Real Estate Regulation and Development Act 2016, popularly known as RERA, has now come in place. Every state government is bringing their rules and regulations as was statutorily required by the central government. Now, what will RERA do and why is RERA beneficial? Unlike earlier times when the jurisdiction of a particular kind of a project used to rest with different forums, like for residential you have to go to consumer forum, for commercial you needed to go to either NCLT or civil recovery or different approaches. Now everything has been consolidated and the particular guidelines have been put to place. Under RERA, whether it is a residential project, whether it's a commercial project, whether it's a go down or any other thing, will fall under the regime of RERA, and you can approach the appropriate authority if you have a grievance against the builder or the person from who is going to deliver those commercial projects to you. Now, what does RERA do? RERA defines and crystallizes the important definitions which were earlier not defined, like it defines what a common area is, it defines what a carpet area is, it defines how the money of a particular project is to be used, how a separate bank account is to be maintained, and other things as well. Now, RERA also speaks about the duties of the allottees, that what kind of payments they have to do and in what timelines. It also talks about the obligations of the builder. It talks about when can you claim your money back, and when can you claim interest on the delayed payment. It also puts a check on the builders in terms of the what you call a pre-booking or pre-launch on bookings of a particular flat. Now a booking of a particular flat can only take place when requisite approvals have been taken and the property is registered under with the authority under RERA. Now, RERA also puts a check on the real estate agents. There are certain duties and obligations that are to be followed by such real estate agents, as they will be covered under this Act. If you must have seen, there are many websites like Magic Bricks, 99 Acres, OLX, and there are various other such online portals which are displaying properties or connecting the buyer and seller. Such web portals have also been put under the definition of a real estate agent under the new RERA Act. Each government is bringing out, state government is bringing out the regulations and rules. They can, if they are not in compliance with the central government and a particular person feels that they will not help him, he can approach the central government for remodulation or amendments to such rules as of now. However, what is important to be seen under RERA is that a particular authorities have been established under RERA and particular timelines have been fixed under which the grievance of this consumer have to be addressed. Furthermore, the definition of apartment or garage, which is the parking space, has also been given. Then the liability is not only on the company, but the promoters of the company have also been placed. There will be the builder will have to deposit all the sanctions and approvals with the authority. A person can go and check and conduct a proper due diligence as to the title, sanctions and approvals and layout plans of a particular builder, which was not being done earlier. Hence, there will be a constant check on the builders in the projects that they are selling. Furthermore, an audit will be carried out each year by an authority on a particular project. See, real estate industry was a highly unregulated sector earlier. Now this act seems to regulate the entire industry, the entire sector. Every person or every builder was using a different terminology which was not being understood by a layman. Whether it was super built up area or built up area or carpet area or anything else, that was not in the understanding of a layman as to what it should include or what it should not include. Similarly, the common areas. Now, these areas have been very specifically defined under this Act, and most of the carpet area, which is gonna be your actual purchase, has been defined. So, how much wall has to come in, how much partition has to come in, whether your veranda or balcony will be included, all have been defined under this new RERA Act. Now, the RERA also talks about compensation. Earlier, builders were saying that they will pay 5 rupees per square feet compensation for delay, and they were charging the consumers 24% or 18%, whatever arbitrary charges were. But now everything has been put into a streamlined model. The amount of charge that a builder is charging from an allottee for the delay of payments, he will be subjected to similar terms. He will have to pay similar kind of an interest. Now, there are 4 authorities that have been established. First will be an authority, RERA, which will be a district level authority where you can approach with a grievance. Appeal from here lies to the appellate authority, which has to dispose of your appeal within 60 days. From there, an appeal lies to the High Court and then to Supreme Court. But since the rules have been formulated, it will be very easy for these courts to adjudicate upon your grievances and see to the point that who has defaulted in which kind of a service.
Get expert legal advice with Lorado.com. Hit subscribe on our YouTube channel and click the bell icon to receive notifications. You can also follow our Facebook page and get the latest posts in your newsfeed.
Here you can check the entire the exchange of property, how it has taken place, whether why a transfer through journal power attorney or agreement to sell was being done earlier, and why Supreme Court took an action against it.
और ट्रांजैक्शंस क्या होती है, लोग क्यों करते हैं और उसकी क्या सजा है और क्या रेपरकशंस आपको भुगतने पड़ सकते हैं। बेनामी ट्रांजैक्शन और प्रॉपर्टी क्या होती है।